The market continues its sell-off and we're all over it. How much further can the market fall? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market gave us a brief bounce in the morning before selling off most of the rest of the day and then bouncing a little bit at the close before selling off again after hours. Now the question is, how much further do we have to drop? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, the market gave a fake bounce today, and when it was up near its high, we decided to start our short there, which was perfect timing as the market continued to sell off most of the day, and we remain short into tomorrow as the market is selling off after hours. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and as we talked about yesterday, we were looking for a bounce up here in 4, and we sort of got that. We got a little bit of a bounce, but not nearly as high as we were looking for, as the bears are really in control of this market right now. They stopped the tide here around the 1.0 extension and then pushed down from there, and that's where we started our short, and then they sold off most of the day with a little bounce and then selling off again here after hours. Now, the thing to note is we did break the June lows, and with the new lows incoming, we do have to be on watch for any new low that's made and getting a strong reversal from the bulls where they can either give us a 5-wave move up to start a new rally or a wave B in this big cycle of correction where the bottom would be wave A and we'd be starting a giant wave B higher. I don't know which one we're going to see until we see the structure off the lows, but that is something to keep an eye on, and I do think we have lower before we see that, but each time we hit a low, we should be paying attention to that. So the two primary counts we've been tracking are the red count, okay, which is the primary, and the blue count, which is the alternate count. So we should find out pretty soon here which count we're in because of where we're at overall. And what I mean by that is if the bounce up was wave 4 in red, okay, which was a pretty small bounce, then we should be completing wave 3 of this wave V of 3, so wave 5 of 3. We should be completing that wave 3 and see a small bounce back up towards the 3660 to 70 area for wave 4, and then it moved down to 3580 to complete wave 5 down of 3, which would complete all of big wave 3 here. So we should see a small bounce, as I said, and then a move down towards 3580, and then we should see a bigger bounce up towards that 3730 area before seeing the final move down towards 3450 to conclude the move down off of this high here, okay? So the reason or the way we should be able to tell the difference between the two is, as I said, we should be seeing a bounce relatively soon off of this circle wave 3 here, up in this circle wave 4. If we don't get that bounce and we continue down and we take out 3579, 3580 area and continue to move down, okay, then the blue count moves to the forefront as it looks like we could be heading down towards this 3516 area in wave 3 of 3 in the blue count. And that would be a strong indication that we are in that blue count and not the red count. So remember the blue count, okay, the pivot was 3720 to 3672. They gave us that bounce today, which barely poked out of the pivot and then broke finally through the pivot with momentum. So the blue count is just getting started to the downside where the red count is starting to wind down a little bit. And so if we can see that continuation down towards 3516 without any kind of break here at 3580, then we are likely in that blue count and looking for a lower low down around 3390 instead of that 3450 area. So that's really what we're looking for tomorrow on the ES. Can they hold 3580 and bounce in the red count, or do they continue directly lower to 3516, which tells us we have maybe moved into the blue count. All right, over on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ has me thinking that the blue count may end up playing out, and the reason is the red count's wave 3 here only got down to the just past the 1.0 extension. It did not hit its 1.236 extension, and even with the move up and the sell-off today, it still hasn't reached that 1.236 extension, which is a very common wave 3 of 3 target, and they're still not there, and we need to get down here to this 1618 extension. And so it makes me think that we have just broken through the pivot here at 11401 to 11225. We broke down through it finally. The NASDAQ is now moving down below it, and that we're in the blue count, which would take us to that 10657 area. So in the NASDAQ, the red count is looking to get down to the 11,000 to 10,784 area and then bounce up from there. Okay, and what would be wave 4, this red wave 4 right here, and then a move down towards that 10,400 to 10,000 level in wave 5. But because we're so far away from it, it does not look like that is going to likely play out. So it does make the count in blue look a lot more appealing, where we would have a direct move down here towards 10,657, then a bounce up towards that 11,134 area, and then down towards 10,481 to complete this wave 3 before we see a 4 up and a 5 down towards the 9,700 area to complete the move down off the highs. So the NASDAQ's kind of one to watch. ES as well, the key levels I gave you on ES, but the NASDAQ, in not hitting its levels to the low side yet, tell me that the blue count has a strong potential to play out, but because of the ES, we are keeping the red as our primary count. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. Okay, there's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it will take you right over to the website. Once there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, make sure you're part of our trading team, and that it's for you before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you can check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a very small price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you have to kind of see to understand, and that's why we give you that 7-day free trial to make sure it's for you before you spend your money. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into a small account and trades it using mini ES futures and disciplined trading methods, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week. And they're showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. Looking at the 3580 level, may see a bounce before then, but overall, we're looking at 34,580 to hold for the red count to play out, and then a bounce in 4 up towards the 3720 to 3760 area. If it cannot hold and 3780 breaks in a more direct manner, we would look for 3516 to be our next level down and the blue count to move to the forefront. Over on the NASDAQ, we would look for them to push down towards the 10784 level and then bounce from there. However, if they continue in a direct move down towards the 10657 level, then the blue count takes the forefront, and we would look for that to have a bounce up towards the 11134 area before a move down to the 10197 area to complete wave 3. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.